Hello everyone! So the title of this video is English is ridiculous, but it's actually missing a few letters because what I really mean is English is ridiculously cool. I had the most amazing fun the other night with a super cool word game that you guys can do very easily yourselves, and I'm going to share it with you in this video, but first I want a bit of context as to how it came about. So I really struggle to go to sleep at night, and I'm still waiting for an appointment from the sleep clinic, but I think I've got a condition called delayed phase sleep disorder, which basically means that my circadian rhythm is out of touch with most people's, and I don't get sort of sleepy until a lot later on. So I stay up quite late, but I like to turn my screen off a couple of hours before I intend to go to bed, just to have that downtime so there's not too much stimulating my eyes and to make it easier when I do eventually go to sleep. Now what I usually do in that downtime is a bit of crochet, but then after that I try to think of something else to do. Now usually I do some colouring, but the other night I felt like I didn't really want to commit all that time. I just wanted something really quick and easy and fun. And so I thought back to a word game I used to do when I was a little kid. So I wrote down a word at the top and I chose The Vampire Diaries because it's just one of my favourite shows and it was something first came to mind. And I wrote up some words you can make using the letters out of The Vampire Diaries. And in about 5 minutes I got to 100. So I decided, okay, that was a fun little warm-up, let's take it up a notch. So I wrote down the word establishment and then I tried to see how many words I could make with the letters of the word establishment. And it ended up being quite a lot, 333 to be exact, and it's not like I ran out of words at 333, I just decided that 333 was probably enough, and I liked it because it was a nice round number with all the threes, and yeah, I mean I thought of several afterwards, I just didn't write them down, but it was just crazy, because establishment has 13 letters, and yet you can make all of these words out of them. And another thing that I thought was really interesting was the order in which the words came to me. So basically I had lots of 5 and 6 letter words at the beginning, but a lot of 3 letter words I didn't get till near the end. So at the start I had words like stable and stables and meshes and leashes, whereas towards the end I was coming up with stuff like set and bet and lies. And so it was interesting how the shorter words didn't actually come to my mind until a lot later on, and my initial thought was to go for longer words. And also, I got a hint as one of the very first words, but I didn't get hit until a lot later. So it was just really interesting how the brain sort of took those letters at the top and sort of melded them together and was skipping rather obvious combinations in favour of slightly more complicated ones. And fun fact, I actually came up with the word establishment based on the fact that it was in my mind because lately I've been listening to the audiobook version of Pride and Prejudice, and you would be amused by how much the word establishment comes up. It'll be like, oh, he has a fine establishment, and it's just so many cool words in that though. Like they say countenance all the time, and they say sensible, but not in the way that we would use it. They use sensible as in like knowing about something, which is technically correct, but it's just not how you would use it nowadays. And it's just really interesting how English has like evolved over the years to change its meaning, and the things that were considered sort of like interesting back then, and like when I'm listening to it, I never know when the chapter's about to end, because it will end on something that's so completely anticlimactic, and you're like, oh, that was it, was it? And yeah, it's just so fascinating the way that English has evolved and developed since then, because Pride and Prejudice was written in like the 1800s or something ridiculous like that, like so long ago, and it's just absolutely fascinating to me how, you know, a lot of the words they use then are still used today, but like in different contexts. And I mean, letters are just amazing. Like, again, 333 words out of a 13 letter word. There's all those different combinations of letters that make up our language. Like our entire alphabet is 26 letters long, and yet there are so many different combinations that you can go with the letters, and it is just so fascinating and interesting to me. So, your challenge. So I've got a Facebook page called My Marvellous Books, which is a sort of a side business I do, but it's also just for posting like really interesting bookish or English related stuff. So I'm going to make a post on there, and I'll pop the link in the description, and basically I want you guys to find how many words you can make with the letters of the word establishment, and I want you to take as long as you like, but once you decided, yeah, this is as many as I'm going to get, pop a comment down below to say how many you've got. If you've got a nice fancy sheet, well, not fancy, if you've got a nice messy sheet like this, post a picture of it so I can have a browse through your words. But yeah, so, rules. Words must have at least 3 letters, no swear words, because I came upon that rather early on. There are definitely swear words that can be made out of establishment, but they don't count towards your final score, so no. Also no proper nouns, so no places, no names, nothing like that. I think that's pretty much it for rules. Oh yeah, no cheating. It has to be said. You can use a dictionary to check words if you're unsure of spelling, but you can't use like one of those sites, like those Scrabble cheating sites where you just put in the letters and it pumps out words for you. You've got to think of all the words by yourself. If you want to involve your friends and come up with words together, that's absolutely fine. But yeah, just have fun with it. And what I'm going to try and do on my page, if you like the page, I'm going to try and come up with a different word every single week, and I'll tell you how many words I've got from it, and you can see if you can try and beat it. So the number to beat for establishment is 333, so good luck. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been something just a bit fun, just a bit different. And yes, sharing one of my passions with you guys, because one of my passions is words. I just love English and words and writing. I just love it. It's amazing. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do like it. Drop a comment down below to say if you're going to take part in the challenge. And please subscribe to the channel. I'll see you later. Bye bye.